What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio and we're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. David, why don't you tell us what we're doing today?
Today we're playing Arena of Shades Round 2. This is going to be Nighthaunt versus Daughters of Khaine. Michael's bringing a very strong list and we're going to see how a horde of ghosts does against it.
Yeah, my list got the idea from our friend Cameron. Cameron played this at Boise Cup. And I think it's really cool. I'm excited to get it on the channel. It's Morathi, the Bow Snakes, and the Incarnate.
Yep.
So it's just an immovable object and just a brick. Like I'm super stoked to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to need to play a little bit more tactical today. I'm really excited for that. I like a good challenge. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, and subscribe. We really, really appreciate it. It helps us grow our channel. And if you're interested in helping us through membership, you can check out the link down below. It'll show you how to join our channel for extra content and other perks. Big shout out to Baron of Dice, who supplies all the beautiful dice that we roll on this channel. There's also a link for him. Check that out down below. All right, Michael, you ready to take a look at the armies?
Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right, everybody, today I'm taking Nighthaunt. This is going to be the Emerald Host procession, which means that I will pick D3 plus 1 units at the beginning of the battle, and they will be cursed and take mortal wounds at the end of each battle round. Nighthaunt are a very fast debuffing army. I'm taking Lady O as one of my heroes. She's a 2-caster. She's going to know Spectral Lure. She can bring back D6 slain models to every unit on the battlefield once per battle. And she has a nifty little mortal wound shooting attack as well. Really good thing to include. My general is the Cruel Gas Cruciator. This bad boy is going to have Cloaked in Shadow, so he can only be targeted for shooting once per phase. And he is going to have the Arcane Tome. He is going to know Seal of Saish for his spell. And I've got a Spirit Torment, just vanilla. He's just hanging out to bring back models at the end of every turn, at the end of the combat phase. Up next, I've got Ragnar the Grimhaler. This bad boy can cast. He's pretty good at casting because of his ability to snuff corpse candles. He moves really fast and he's okay in combat. Pretty good little model to include, and he's just beautiful. Then I've got a Dreadblade Harrow. This bad boy can teleport at the end of every movement phase, every one of my movement phases, and then once per battle round, he can use a command for free. I've got 2 units of Spirit Hosts to help bodyguard for the heroes, and they have lots of piddly little attacks if they get into combat. I've got 2 units of Hex Race. These are going to be in a Bounty Hunter battalion to get some extra damage off. They're super fast and they do mortal wounds on the charge. I've got a unit of Grimghast Reapers, just MSU. They also are part of the Bounty Hunters battalion and they get to add 1 to their attacks if they're fighting units that have 5 or more models. Then I have 3 units of 10 Chain Rasps. These are all going to be Expert Conquerors just to help me hold objectives. Bravery 8, 5-up Ethereal Save, Basic Chaff. And finally, I have these beautiful dice. The Skull is going to be a 6. And that is the Nighthaunt army today. Emerald Host. Let's take a look at what Michael brought.
All right, guys, let's look at the Daughters of Khaine today. I'm going to be bringing Xanthar Kai as my sub-faction. This allows all my snakes to fight on death, and it makes my bow snakes battle line, which is great because I'm taking a big old unit of bow snakes. Let's take a look at the general today. The general is Morathi-Khaine. She's a 3-level caster, and she knows everything from the Lore of the Shadows. She pushes all of her damage that she receives to the Shadow Queen, and she's mostly here so I continue to farm all of that CP from her being the general and being alive. Next up, we have the Shadow Queen herself. The Shadow Queen can only take 3 damage a turn, and she's very fighty, high rend, lots of attacks, lots of damage. She's very, very hard to deal with. I should be able to shove her on her point and just be very aggressive with her. For my next hero, I have the High Gladiatrix. The High Gladiatrix is bonded to the Kronspine, has the relic, the Arcane Tome, so can throw out some Mystic Shields, has some casting, cool little hero. Next up, we have the Endless Spell, the Cogs. We're going to be using this to get some reroll to cast for Morathi because she has a lot of really high spell value casting. We have a unit of 15 bow snakes. These guys are great. Long range shooting, rend 1, mortals on 6s, and they can shoot or fight in the hero phase with Morathi. We have a unit of Witch Elves. They have the double knives, so a ton of attacks, very cheap. They're there to screen out all of the good bits. We have a unit of Sisters of Slaughter. They have the whips and the bucklers. The whips have a 2-inch range, and the bucklers shoot mortals back to you on saves of 6 up. Lastly, we have the Kronspine Incarnate of Ghur. This guy is very, very hard to deal with. He can shrug off all of his damage every phase, every battle round. Really hard to kill, very hard to deal with, super awesome. These are the beautiful Daughters of Khaine dice that I'll be rolling. The Medusa head is a 6. And that is my list. Let's take a look at the mission we're playing today.
Before we take a look at the battle plan today, big shout out to everybody on this wall. These are lords for our channel membership service. We appreciate you very much, as well as our other members. So today we're going to be playing Nidus Pass. This is a 4-objective battle, and there's 2 different sets of Nidus Pass in the corner of each battlefield. At the end of your movement phase, you can pick one friendly unit wholly within 6 of a Nidus path, which is the corner of the battlefield. If you choose to do so, they must be removed from the board and set back up on the battlefield wholly within 6 inches of the Nidus path's twin, which is the one on the opposite side, and more than 9 from all enemy units. So that's pretty interesting. A little bit more teleporting might come up late game. We'll see how it goes. We're scoring 1, 2 more. We're scoring battle tactics and grand strategies. My grand strategy today is going to be take what's theirs, more enemy units in Michael's territory. Michael, what is your grand strat?
I'm going to be doing Bloodthirsty Zealots. So all of my units have to have fought or died at the end of the game.
Sounds doable. All right, let's go ahead and see who has initiative.
All right, Wargamers, so we're about to get into it, but before we do, there's a couple of pre-battle round abilities that we had to resolve. So first up, David, you had a curse.
Yep, I rolled a 1. It was D3 plus 1, so I cursed both Morathi and the Shadow Queen to make sure that I'm getting that 3 damage off at the end of every battle round to help me get rid of her early on. And then I removed 3 units from the battlefield. That's 2 units of Hex Race and 1 unit of Reapers, which are all expert conquerors. Or I'm sorry, bounty hunters. So that's what I did. Michael had 1 drop and I had 50,000, so he decided to let me go first.
Let's get into it. This is the time in the game where you comment down below who are you rooting for in the Arena of Shadows. Is it the Daughters of Khaine with Kronspine Incarnate, or is it the Emerald Host with some of our favorite models in the entire line?
Absolutely.
So, David, let's get into it. What is your battle tactic this round?
Battle tactics against the odds. I am going to put some models on an objective that you don't control.
Perfect.
With Galatian Vets. I'm already completing that. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and get into heroic actions, I think. For my heroic action, I'm just going to try to get a command point with my general. I get it.
And I will try and get a command point with, let's go with the High Gladiatrix. Yeah, she gets 1.
Beautiful. All right, all kinds of command points all over the place. My Cruel Gas Cruciator is going to cast Seal of Shaiish.
Sheesh.
Seal of Shaiish. I'm going to cast it on the 10 chain rats that are right in front of him. It goes off with a 7. Can't be unbound, you're too far away.
I am.
So they get a 5-up ward. Let's go ahead and cast Spectral Tether with her. Maybe I can teleport her. Let's see if it goes off first. Okay, it goes off. Now I have to think if I want to do that.
I can feel the comments being frantically typed.
I'm doing it, dude. We've decided, and what I did is I put Lady O 12 inches away from Morathi. That's right, I did that. But don't worry, I have a plan, okay? So let's move on. She has another cast.
Sure.
So I'm gonna give her Arcane Bolt.
6?
Goes off with the 6. You can try to unbind this.
Am I now with an
Yeah.
unbind range?
You're still out. So never mind. And it wouldn't have happened anyway. So she's got Arcane Bolt, and she's 12 inches away from Morathi. Are you guys starting to figure out what I'm doing here?
Are you going to the full send technique again?
I'm doing the full send technique. I'm screening with heroes.
Do it.
Okay? I do not care. That's going to be the end of casting. He can't really cast anything because he's got Lifestealer and Wraithstorm, so he's just going to chill. Obviously, I can't do Mystic Shield, so that's going to be the end of that. Let's go ahead and get into movement.
All right, David has completed his movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on over here.
Hex Race came out of reserve at the end of my movement phase. They're just bubbling up on the objective. Lady Olynder is within 12 of Morathi, so she can lift the veil. I've got all of my spirit hosts. They auto-ran, so they're within 3 of her. The Cruel Ghast ran, so he can also debuff things. We've got 10-ish expert conquerors on here as well, just to make sure that I absolutely have that objective. 1 unit getting ready to file in and retake the objective if I lose it somehow. And then over on this side of the board, I've got Reichner with his spirit hosts and expert conquerors. That's it. So I'm just going for 1-2 more battle tactic first turn. Yep, we'll go ahead and lift the veil on Morathi. She takes 3 mortal wounds.
Fanatical face? Okay, she takes 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so we're all done fighting Morathi. So with that being said, I am not going to charge or anything, so we can just get right onto the hero cam, and we'll let you know how many points I scored.
All right, so the Nighthaunt have completed their turn. David, how'd you score?
I scored 5 points. Hold 1, hold 2, hold more. Completed my battle tactic of against the odds. Did 3 damage to Morathi, and now I'm just going to wait and see what the bow snakes do.
Right, so let's do, for my turn, I'm going to do against the odds as well. David's definitely shifted, and he's trying to keep the Crown Spine out of the fight while he beats up on Morathi. He has the ability to keep kind of pinging her like that, so I am going to be really aggressive with her and get the use out of her while I can. So I'm going to do against the odds. Heroic actions, I'm up to 4 command driller points. I guess we'll try and get 1 more.
Okay.
We'll try with Morathi.
Okay.
Sure, she gets it.
All right, I am going to also try to get a command point.
Okay.
I'll put that on Lady O.
We're going to use the Morathi command point right now.
Okay.
And we're going to use it on the bow snakes so that they can shoot in the hero phase.
So you got 26 shots. And this is 3s and 3s. Mortals on 6s.
So here's 25. And I'll roll 1 more of these.
Beauty. Four mortal wounds.
Here's number 26.
Nice.
And then wound on 3s. 3, 6, 9, 10. 4 up saves.
4 ups. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I failed 8.
12 6-ups.
Save 3, so the leader's alive on a wound.
All right.
Nice attack, bow snakes.
Next up, we're going to summon the cogs. Now, I do realize that I've made a mistake. I went over there and measured and realized I moved Morathi just a bit too close. So she's in domination range of my Crown Spine. I had her safely outside of 10, and then I was like, I'm going to scooch her closer, and just screwed up. So she's at a -1 to cast, which is not helpful for me. But I have the High Gladiatrix over here. She's at a +1 to cast because she is a wizard within domination range, and she's bonded with the Crown Spine. So she's the one who's going to bring out the Le Cogs.
Okay. They come out.
So Cogs are out. So now at least Morathi has a reroll, but she's at a -1 to cast because of the Crown Spine.
What's she going to cast?
So let's start with the Black Horror of Ulgu.
Okay.
So cast. I need an 8.
Okay.
We'll reroll because of Cogs. No.
No. Okay.
This is going to be super not fun. Let's do Mind Razor on Morathi. It's an 8. We need a 9 because I'm at a -1. Hey!
Ah, there you go. You got it.
So +1 to rend, which doesn't matter, and then +1 to damage,
I already
which is going to
measured
matter.
this.
Let's do a Mystic Shield on the Crown Spine.
Okay.
What's Mystic Shield go off on again?
I think it goes off on a 5.
It's a 5, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Crown Spine has Mystic Shield.
cool. Not going to need it, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. Casting complete.
Okay.
We can get into movement.
All right. We'll see you in a minute to show you what Michael did. Michael has finished movement. Michael, tell me what you did.
So I showed the Shadow Queen at David. David issued a redeploy, and then the Dread Blade Hero was able to issue that again. So he was able to redeploy.
I redeployed Lady O 2 inches.
Yep.
And then I redeployed the Hex Wraith 5 inches, and he now is obscured by this terrain, so the bow snakes cannot shoot him. Yeah, so that's what happened there. And then let's talk about this.
I moved and ran the Sisters of Slaughter. I rolled a 6, so I had all sorts of movement, but I didn't need to go anywhere, so I just moved forward, created another screen so that I could safely move up my bow snakes. My snakes are all within range to try and shoot Lady O to death. The Kronspine Incarnate moved up into the center of the map to try and bully anything that comes down. He can really try and hit anything next turn.
Yep.
Then the Witch Elves created a screen on that side, claimed that objective, and then High Gladiatrix just kind of sat in the corner and thought about her life for a minute.
And little Morathi's over there within 12 of the cogs to continue to benefit from the re-rolls. So let's go ahead and get into shooting. Okay, the Shadow Queen is going to do her gaze. Who are we going to gaze at?
We are going to gaze at that one Hex Wraith, see if we can snipe him out.
Okay, I will discorporate my one Hex Wraith. I want to keep him around.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So this is 2s and 2s. Fails to hit.
Awesome.
It always fails.
Okay, good stuff.
2s
Let's
and
go,
2s
let's
is
go
the
ahead
biggest
and
trap in
I'm
all of
throwing
Sigmar.
away command points. Okay, let's go ahead and get onto the bow snakes.
Yep. All right, we're going to activate with the bow snakes. They're going to target Lady Olynder. We might want to hit because she's a character, so we're going to all-out attack, so we're back up to 3s.
Okay, so hitting on your normal profile, we're going to do batches of 15, so we got 30 attacks coming in.
Right. One mortal.
Okay.
And 3, 6, 7, 8 wounds.
Okay, we've got 15 more attacks coming in. Hang in there, Lady O.
3 mortals.
Okay, she's up to 4 mortals suffered.
And 3, 6, 7 wounds.
Okay, so we've got 15 wounds and 4 mortals. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage. Let's go ahead and try to push these to the spirit host.
So on 3 ups.
Okay, so she takes 5, and the spirit hosts die.
All right, let's charge with Shadow Queen.
Okay.
5? I don't know. Set that over there.
5's good.
Is it good?
Gets into Lady O. What will Morathi do for her monstrous action?
So normally I'd want to roar, but all-out defense doesn't help David, so we're just going to stomp.
Okay.
2 up. Nope, fails to stomp.
Okay. Start a combat phase. Yeah, I'm going to unleash my arcane bolt. She takes 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. Fanatical Faith. 6s. Okay, she takes 2 mortals. So we're going to all attack.
Okay. On a 5 up, you still get it.
Okay. So hitting on 2s. And then wound on 3s. And take your 4 ups.
Failed 2, so that's 8 damage.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Yep. It goes up to 4, down to 3.
She's dead. That's the end of the turn. Let's get on the hero cam and score it up. Welcome back after the bottom of battle round 1. Michael, how many points did you score?
4 points.
Yep.
Hold 1, hold 2, do not hold more, and we completed our battle tactic up against the odds. We did roll the curse, and Morathi's up to her full 6 wounds.
She suffered 6 damage.
So let's get into the roll-off.
Okay, cool.
You break ties.
Okay, so I get the turn. So we'll be back for the top of battle round 2, Nighthaunt.
All right, Wargamers, top of battle round 2, Nighthaunt about ready to go. David, what's your battle tactic?
Battle tactic's going to be barge through enemy lines. I'm just going to put 2 units in enemy territory. Michael has given me an opportunity to do that. I'm just going to continue playing the board, see how many points I can get. My heroic action is going to be to try to get a command point with my Cruel Ghast. He gets it.
Dude, I would like a command point with the Shadow Queen. Sure.
Very nice. Shadow Queen's got a command point. I am going to attempt to rally this unit here with this command point that I just used.
Okay.
Let's see what we get. Oh, we didn't get any. It was worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to cast the Steel of Saish on this unit again. It goes off with an 8. He is going to cast Arcane Bolt. That goes off with a 7. And that is all my hero phase stuff. So let's go ahead and get into movement.
Let's do it. All right, David has completed his movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on over here.
Well, these chain rasps in my deploy move back. They're all on the objective for expert conquerors, but they're far enough away to where they can't get shot in the hero phase. Reichner moved over with his arcane bolt and his spirit hosts a little bit closer to this objective. The 2 units of expert conquerors fanned out, so I've got 60 models on that objective. I moved out of 24-inch range with my general and with my spirit torment, so they can't get targeted in the hero phase. And then this one guy who's alive is going to charge into Morathi and hopefully do some mortal wounds on the charge. So that's what's going on over there. Over here, I've showed my hand with the Dreadblade Harrow and the Hex Race. So Barge Through Enemy Lines is complete. And then over on the other side of the battlefield, I was able to seize this objective simply by deep striking 9 inches away from those Witch Elves. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and get into charges.
All right, charging with the Hex Wraith.
Okay, I'm guessing we're going to kill each other right here. Well, I'm going to do some damage and then you're going to kill me, is what I mean. Let's see what he gets. He rolls a 9.
Okay.
So I'm going to make you -1 to your save.
Excellent.
On a 2-up, D3 mortals. Oh, it didn't happen. Darn it.
Oh, no.
I needed that to happen. Okay.
The Reapers are looking to reap some corn.
Yep.
They need a 9-inch charge.
That's a 3. I will re-roll that because I would like to get in there and kill that unit. You know what? I lied. I'm not going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Let's charge in some little chain rasps, see what they get. That's a 9. So I'm going to make her -1 to save again. And then just for fun, let's charge the other chain rasps as well. You get an 8. Okay, so we're going to make her -1 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're done encrusting Morathi. Let's go ahead and maybe try some charges over in Michael's deploy. All right, I'm going to try for the Hex Wraiths and see what happens.
9.
9 is good. Okay, they've finished their charge. The Gladiatrix is on a 5-up or a 6-up, Michael?
I think she has a 5-up save.
Okay, let's just make her -1 to hit.
Okay.
And on a 2-up, she's going to take D3 mortals. She does. For 1.
6.
How dare you?
Saved it.
How dare you, Michael? Okay, I am going to go ahead and I think I'll leave the Dreadblade Harrow out, actually. Okay. Yep. So that's all the charges. Let's go over to Morathi and have her do a monstrous rampage. Morathi is wondering what's going on with all of these little dudes everywhere. What's she gonna do?
She's gonna stomp the Hex Wraith.
Okay. Beauty.
D3 mortals. 3 mortals.
He's dead. Nice job. All right, I believe I will fire up with the chain rasps that are right here. Mm-hmm. They've got +1 to wound because of reasons, because they charged.
Even just saving 1 and not taking a full 3 this turn would be big.
That would be really good.
So let's all out defense.
Okay. This is going to be 4s and 3s. Mm-hmm. 2 auto wounds. So you've got 8 wounds. You're on 5s.
So 5s. Save 2, and then 6s. No, I did it right. Okay, so she takes her 3.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's do all-out slaughter, just for fun.
Okay.
And give her exploding 6s.
Yeah, exploding 6s.
4 attacks with the Barbed Whipped, 2 attacks with the Gladiatrix Blade, and they're the same profile, so we're just going to roll it all at once. So it's 6 attacks.
They're all 3s, 3s, -1?
3s, 3s, -1.
Okay.
So let's do 4s. 2 explosions.
Very nice. So your 2 misses hit.
Yep.
It's like you're playing Bone Reapers now, buddy.
That's what it feels like. And
Okay.
then 3s. Okay, so 4 wounds. Take your 4 up saves.
Save 3 failed 1.
1 damage.
Take it.
Okay.
7 attacks. 3s, 3s. 3 auto wounds. 5 wounds.
6s. Failed them all.
Okay.
6s. Failed them all.
Okay. And then 3 horsies. 4s?
Mm-hmm.
4s and 4s, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 auto wound. 3 wounds.
5s. 6s. She's dead.
Okay. You know what that means?
That means the crown spine has gone wild.
Wild time.
Yeah.
Wild time.
Yeah.
I guess I will discorporate if you're putting everything into that 1 unit.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay. So everything into the little dudes, hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Saved it.
Nice. 2d6 with the Crown of Serpents. 5 attacks. Let's make sure. Yep. So 4s. And then we want 3s. So 2.
Save 1, fail 1.
All right, 1 damage.
Take it.
And then 1 from the tail. Hits. Wounds.
Failed it.
4 damage.
Shrug 1, so 3 more go down. We made the Cron Spine wild and we did 3 damage to Morathi, all part of my master plan. So let's go ahead and get on the hero cam and I'll let you know how many points I scored.
All right, Nighthaunt have completed their turn. David, how'd you score?
I scored fine, scored 5 points, barged through enemy lines, put 3 more wounds on Morathi, which means that she's very likely to die at the end of this turn. I just spread out my forces, so Michael's gonna have to go in a couple different directions.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely have the tools to still do well. I actually was not trying to kill what the Cron Spine Incarnate was bound to, but that's all right. So yeah, 5 points, so it's 10-5 going into Daughters of Khaine.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do for your battle tactic, Michael?
So battle tactic, I think we're gonna do eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kill a unit.
Yep.
I'm not sure which unit it is yet, but we will kill 1.
You can do it.
We can do it.
Yeah, I believe in you.
For heroic actions, I'm gonna enjoy these CP while I have them, because after this turn, no more CP for me.
That's true. There won't be any heroes.
I'm going to
Just thoroughly enjoy them, yeah.
I'm going to do Battle Fury as my heroic action.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to do it on Morathi, and I'm going to give her an additional 2 attacks to the melee weapons she uses.
Okay, that's for heroic.
Yeah, I can't do it on a monster, so I can't put it on the Shadow Queen.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna get 1 command point, top of the turn. I'm gonna try to get another one with, let's say, Reichner. He does not. So
Okay.
I just got 1 for the turn.
First off, we're going to spend a CP for shooting in the hero phase.
Okay, shoot in the hero phase.
And we're going to shoot those ladies there, and we're going to shoot them into this unit here.
Okay, into the hex race. That seems like a pretty good plan.
So we have 30 shots, so we're going to do 2 batches of 15. No mortals, but we did hit pretty good.
Yeah.
Three, 6, 9, 10.
Okay, 10 from the first batch. 1 mortal. And 4 from the second batch. So you got 14 saves and 1 mortal.
Yep.
4s, baby! Oh yeah, that was money. That was money, Michael. I took 2 wounds.
Wow.
Yeah, That was a good save roll.
Sometimes 4-ups just happen.
And then I've got 3 saves on 6s. I shrugged none, so 2 horses are dead.
That was wild.
Yeah, crazy wild stuff.
Let's do the Black Horror of Ghur.
Okay.
Let's put it on that Dreadblade Harrow.
Okay, sounds good.
7 is good.
Roll it.
Okay. Never got to do this before. Oh.
Did anything happen?
D3 mortals.
Okay.
Okay. Take 2 mortals.
Okay, I'll take 2 mortals, just for you.
Thank you. Mind Razor on these ladies here.
Okay, sounds good. Goes off hard.
Okay.
I got no unbinds.
Yeah, we'll do the Withering right here.
Okay.
From Morathi, goes up on 7. We're gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
That's +1 to wound rolls against it. Hero phase complete.
Let's get into movement phase, and we'll show you what Michael did. Holy cow, the Incarnate's way over here. Michael, tell me what you did with your movement phase.
So the Incarnate moved and ran since he's wild.
Yep.
I rolled a 5, so he had a 17-inch move, so really trucking.
There he is, 3 inches away from Reichner the Grimhaler and his spirit hosts. Whoopee, Morathi?
The Shadow Queen stayed where she is.
Yep.
We're gonna get 1 more good turn out of fighting her, and then she's gonna go away. So we're gonna enjoy it while we can.
Beautiful.
The bow snakes have moved into the middle, so they have multiple targets to shoot at. The witch elves have moved outside of 3. The Sisters of Slaughter ran back so that they can engage with these hex raids here. And then Morathi has moved into the Dreadblade Harrow. Excellent.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into shooting. Morathi-Khaine shooting into some chain rasps.
All right, hitting on 2s with the gaze.
Oh, she did it again.
Good job, lady.
Morathi. Okay, let's go over to the bow snakes. Okay, Michael's gonna shoot everything into the Grim Gas Reapers. Let's see what happens.
So 30 shots, doing 15, 15. Here we go. So it's 5 mortals.
Nice roll.
That's nice. And 3 wounds.
Okay, let's keep the mortals on the side, but I'll roll the wounds. So I failed 2. So we've got 5 mortals and 2 ward saves so far.
Yep.
Keep on going.
Let's see, 2 more mortals.
Okay, that's 9. 9 ward saves so far.
And 3 armors.
Okay, takes another one, so that's 10 total. 6s. Okay, 2 are left.
Yeah, let's do this witch elves. Now they have +1 in the charge.
Yep.
So we can't fail.
Yep. They're in.
Sisters of Slaughter.
Okay, Sisters of Slaughter can run and charge, so they're +1 to their charge. Let's see what they get.
4 + 5 is not going to be enough. We have 1 commandular point. Sure. Let's roll it. 5 + 1 is a 6, is also not enough.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like my rerolls, man.
Morathi.
Okay, Morathi going in.
Snake Eyes. So even with her +1 to charge, still can't make it.
Still can't charge. Yeah.
Cool.
Kronspine.
9.
Kronspine gets that 9. Boom shakalaka. Kronspine's in.
Monstrous actions.
Yeah, what's the Kronspine gonna do?
I can roar, you have no command points. So I just want to stomp 1 thing. So Kronspine's not going to do anything. So let's do 1 stomp on that smaller unit.
Okay, stomp on the small unit.
For 3.
Okay, 2 die. All right, Michael, are we starting the combat phase now?
We're starting the combat phase.
Okay. Before you go, I'm gonna unleash my Arcane Bolt with Reichner into the Kronspine for 3 mortals.
Okay.
What is the Shadow Queen gonna do?
So there's, how many in the small squad?
4.
We're down to 4 in the small squad. Let's do Heartrender into the big squad, and we'll do the tail and the Crown of Serpents in the little squad. Into the big squad. Missed with half of them. Wounded with 2 of them.
Okay. I failed them both.
6 damage.
That was into the big squad?
That was in the big squad.
5s. 4 die.
Okay. And then the Crown of Serpents is 2d6 attacks, 8 attacks. Three into the small squad. No rend. Take 5 ups.
Fail 2.
Single damage.
6s. 2 die.
And then the Crown of Serpents, or the enveloping tail, which misses on 2.
Okay, the Grimghast Reapers are going to fight. I have 1 Slasher Scythe that has an extra attack because of Michael's unit size. This is 4s and 3s. Everything hits. 2 wounds, -1.
Okay, I have no save because I'm 6 up.
So that's 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the Death Knell has 2 attacks, 4s and 3s. Both hit. That's an auto wound. 1 auto wound, 1 -1. So they go through. That's 2d3. So that's 4 plus 2 because of bounty hunters. So that's 6 damage.
Okay, so you killed the whole squad.
I killed the whole squad with 2 Reapers.
With 2 Reapers.
Yep. All right, Kronspine Incarnate, level 2, is going to fight. Who is it fighting into?
He's going to put all of his attacks into Reignor.
8 attacks, 3s, 3s, -2, 2. And 3 attacks, 3s, 2s, -3, 4. Add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made by this Incarnate while it's wild form.
Okay.
So you're 2s and 3s on 8 attacks.
Okay, here we go. 2s and 3s. Okay. So 5, 4 up 6.
I fail 4.
Okay.
That's 8 damage. Let's try to pass it on 3s. He takes 4, and the Spirit Hosts take 4.
Okay.
Okay, and then 3 attacks, 2s and 2s with the other one.
Four ups.
Save 1, fail 1.
4 damage.
Pass it to the boys. He takes 3 and dies,
Okay.
unfortunately. And then the Spirit Hosts take 1. So let's fight the Spirit Hosts,
Okay.
because you're all done fighting, right? So we can just do
Yes.
everything. Okay. Spirit Hosts, 4s and 4s. Okay, 4 auto wounds. Make 5 saves on your Incarnate.
Failed 2.
Beautiful, he's taken 5. You could roll triple 1s. All right, they're done. Let's move on over to my Chain Rasps. Okay, I shall just fight with all 8 of the Chain Rasps because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just see if they kill her. This is going to be 4s and 4s. 1 cocked dice. And 4s. All right, make 6 saves, no rend. Nice.
Took 1.
All right.
Do you want to roll for your curse while we're still on the camera?
Sure. Let's just go. We'll be on the main camera here. So okay. So I'm gonna roll for the Shadow Queen first on a 2-up. She's fine. And then I'm gonna roll for Morathi. She's fine.
We get her for a whole nother turn.
Yeah, you get her for a whole nother turn. Wow. Wow. Okay. Good stuff. Let's go on the hero cam and score Michael up. Okay, we're back for Michael's turn. Michael, how many points did you score?
I only scored 3 points because I lost a whole unit to these 2 Reapers.
Yeah, that was great. And then I rolled a 2 for Battle Shock, so they were fine. But then I go to do the curse, and I rolled 1s on Morathi and on the Shadow Queen.
So
insane.
I still have
2 wounds left.
2 wounds left,
Yeah.
and that means I get to fiddle around for a little bit.
Yeah, you get to fiddle around for a little bit longer with them. So let's go ahead and get into the roll-off. Okay, so Michael's going to win the roll-off, and because of Morathi being live, I think that we're probably going to call it a game. So we're going to do some Math Hammer, and we'll be right back for the wrap-up.
All right, Gomorrah Gamers, we're here for the wrap up. The final score is 13 for Nighthaunt and 26 for Daughters of Khaine. After we did a little bit of math hammer, that's what we counted it out to be. That last turn we had really just, everything just started steamrolling for the Daughters of Khaine. We just started wrecking through David's army. If you're still with us at this point, thank you so much. We appreciate all of your support. Leave a comment down below of what you thought of the game. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing for more AOS content. We're about to get into the wrap up where we talk about our key moments, LVPs, MVPs of the game. David, what are your thoughts on your list? Who's your MVP, LVP?
I think the list was fine. I played a little aggressively into turn 1. Being able to damage Morathi and guarantee that she come off the board battle round 2 seemed like a good idea. Unfortunately, things went a little awry. Screens folded. Lady O had some really, really bad save rolls when she got charged by Morathi. I guess I'll give MVP to the Grimghast Reapers because they took out a whole unit of Witch Elves.
That was
2 of them, so that was good. Yeah, I mean, I think fundamentally I just didn't play Nighthaunt the way that I ought to by keeping them in their bubble and everything like that. I wanted to try to pick apart Michael's army because he had multiple threats. So I was trying to put units in all 4 quadrants of the battlefield. The power that the bow snakes project and not being able to pull Morathi off the board at the bottom of battle round 2 with some bad rolls, rolling 1s on both of the curse dice, definitely sealed the deal for them. Winning the roll off on battle round 3, I'm confident that I could have scored another 5 points and maybe set up for a 5th battle tactic later on toward the end of the game. But that's the way it goes. It's definitely fun to take Nighthaunt. They're fun to play whether or not you win or lose. I really like their rules and they're a fun, really fun army. Let's give LVP to, I'm not gonna give it to Lady O because she was super awesome. She was badass. She teleported herself and did mortal wounds to Morathi and that was great.
Guardian of Souls?
The Spirit Torment?
Spirit Torment. I said it right the first time.
Yeah, I guess. I guess he's LVP, he didn't do anything.
He did nothing.
Once again, I just didn't really play to their strengths. Even though Michael only has 3 units in this army, you can never underestimate how strong each of those units are. So let's talk about MVP, LVP for you, man.
So let's go LVP, those Witch Elves who died to 2 Reapers.
Yep.
I was like, I can punch these two guys in the face and be good to go. And we all fell apart.
Yeah,
did nothing to them.
They rolled hot. They had 5 attacks. They hit with all of them. The Reaper squeezed through 4 damage, and then the Death Knell squeezed through 6 damage. So that was just enough. You did save 3 of them in attack, but they didn't kill anything, and then they ran to Battle Shock. So yeah, definitely LVP.
Also, the High Gladiatrix did nothing. She just immediately fell over. I wasn't expecting a big long bomb charge to get her. Yeah,
you know, and I probably next time if I do something like that, I probably would just fight her with 1 horse instead of piling in just to keep her stuck where she is but not kill her. Because that's what got your Incarnate the movement that it needed to get into my stuff. Otherwise he would have had like a 9-inch charge and that would have been a little bit easier to deal with. So yeah, Incarnate good, Morathi good, Bow Snake's good. I think they're all kind of your MVPs.
Yeah, it's a good list. Thank you, Cameron, for the wonderful idea to take this list. It's strong. It's a little bit stressful because you start feeling like if anything dies or if anything doesn't work, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is with any like super elite army, especially since you've got, you know, 1,700 points tied up in those 3 units. If you lose any 1 unit, it hurts. I'm confident that if Morathi went down, you still would have pulled this one down. So next time I may try to kite her a little bit more, maybe try to just hold objectives and play the game in that fashion. But it's tempting to try to damage her early on when you have the opportunity. So definitely learned a lot. It's really nice to get the Daughters of Khaine back on the channel. It's been a little while since we've ran them.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think the last time I played Daughters of Khaine, I narrowly lost to Skaven. So it's nice to see them getting a win on the channel, so that's really, really good. We've got Tzeentch on the way, we've got Lumineth on the way, both the battle tomes are en route, so that's really, really exciting. By the time you're watching this, we probably already have filmed a couple of games and be working on editing those, so that's really, really exciting. So please do stick around for that.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We had a great time. We hope you did too, and we'll see you guys next week for the next battle.
All right, see you for the next one.